My beloved child, before you sleep, before your eyes finally close and the world fades into quiet, you must hear this. This moment is not ordinary, and this night is not passing by without purpose. I have been waiting for you in this stillness. I know how heavy your thoughts become when the lights go out and distractions fall away. I know how the quiet can sometimes feel louder than the day. This is why I am speaking to you now. Not tomorrow, not later, not when you feel stronger, but right here, right before you rest. You did not arrive at this message by accident. I guided you here because your soul needed my voice before sleep. I see you lying there, your body tired, your mind still searching for rest. You may smile during the day, but at night the questions come. Did I do enough? Did I choose right? Will tomorrow be any different? These thoughts circle your heart as you prepare to sleep. I want you to know something before you drift into dreams. You are not forgotten in the dark. I do my deepest work in moments like this. When the world grows silent, my presence grows clearer. You may feel small beneath the weight of everything you carry, but you are held. I have counted every tear you swallowed today. I noticed every moment you stayed strong when you wanted to give up. Even now, as you listen, I am drawing closer. This message is not meant to rush you, but to slow you. I am here to quiet your fears, not stir them. Whatever today demanded from you, it no longer has power over this moment. This night belongs to rest, and rest belongs to you. I know you may feel behind, uncertain, or weary in ways you cannot explain. Bring all of that to me now. You do not need to solve anything before you sleep. You do not need to be perfect to be protected. You only need to listen and let your heart soften. There is a reason I asked you to hear this before you sleep. Something within you is ready to rest, and something ahead of you is already being prepared. You do not have to stay alert through the night to keep your life from falling apart. I will remain awake so you can sleep. I will watch what you cannot control. I will hold tomorrow while you rest in today. This is why you must hear this now. Your night is sacred to me. Your rest is precious, and your heart is safe here. Stay with me in this moment. Let the noise fade, let the tension loosen, and let my words settle over you like peace. Before this night ends, I will give you what your soul has been asking for. Not answers that strain your mind, but assurance that calms your spirit. I know how much courage it took just to make it through today. Some days feel like victories, and others feel like survival. I was with you in both. As night settles around you, I am not distant or silent. I am close enough to steady your breathing and ease your chest. Listen to my voice as you would listen to a loving whisper meant only for you. Nothing you are feeling right now is too small or too much for me. This night is a doorway, not a dead end. As you lie here, something is gently shifting within you. You do not need to understand it yet. You only need to trust that I am present. Before sleep takes you, let my words be the last thing your heart holds. I am here, and I will not leave you alone tonight. Rest is coming, peace is near, and you are safely held. This is only the beginning of what I want to give you tonight. So stay, listen, and let your soul settle into my care. Everything that has weighed on you will soon feel lighter. This night will not harm you. It will restore you. Close your eyes knowing I am near, and peace is already moving toward you. My beloved child, as the night settles around you and the world grows quieter, I want you to know this truth deeply and without doubt. I am with you in this night. When shadows stretch and familiar sounds fade, my presence does not weaken. It becomes closer, gentler, more attentive. I do not step away when the day ends. I remain when everything else rests. Night has a way of revealing what the daylight hides. During the day, noise and movement distract the heart. But at night, the soul begins to speak. Thoughts you pushed aside return softly, sometimes painfully. Questions arise. Memories knock. Feelings you could not name during the day ask for attention now. I see this and I do not turn away. I draw nearer. You may feel exposed in the quiet, as if there is nowhere to hide from your own thoughts. But hear me clearly. You are not alone in this stillness. I am here to sit beside you, not to interrogate you, not to pressure you, but to comfort you. You do not need to explain yourself to me. I already understand what your heart struggles to put into words. Some nights feel heavier than others. Some nights bring rest easily, while others feel long and restless. On the nights when sleep feels distant, when your mind refuses to slow down, remember this: I am not waiting for you to fix yourself before I stay. I am with you now exactly as you are. Tired, uncertain, worn down, or quietly hopeful. All of you is welcome here. The darkness does not frighten me. It does not limit me. I see just as clearly in the night as I do in the brightest day. Nothing about this moment is hidden from my care. Even the parts of you that feel forgotten or overlooked are fully seen by me. Especially those parts. If your heart feels lonely tonight, let my presence fill that space. Loneliness often whispers lies, telling you that you are unseen or unsupported. But I am closer than your next breath. I am nearer than the thoughts racing through your mind. You do not have to reach far to find me. I'm already here. You may be carrying concerns about tomorrow, replaying conversations, or worrying about outcomes you cannot control. Gently set those down. This night is not asking you to solve your life. It is inviting you to rest inside my care. Tomorrow will come in its own time, and when it does, I will already be there. You are not stepping into the unknown alone. I know the night can sometimes stir fear. Fear of the quiet. Fear of what you might feel when everything slows. Fear of being alone with your thoughts. But listen to me now. This night is not against you. It has not come to harm you. It has come to hold you. Within this darkness, I am shaping peace for you. Let your breathing slow as you listen. There is no rush here. Nothing is demanding your attention except my voice reminding you that you are safe. You are allowed to rest without guarding yourself. You are allowed to soften without losing strength. I am watching over you. As the world sleeps, I remain awake. While you lie still, I am active in ways you cannot see. I am working beyond your awareness, beyond your effort. You do not need to monitor your life through the night to keep it secure. Trust me enough to rest. You are not vulnerable because it is night. You are protected. You are not forgotten. You are known. This quiet moment is not empty. It is full of my presence. Let that truth settle into you. Let the night wrap around you gently, not as a threat, but as a shelter. I am with you in this night, and I will not leave when you close your eyes. Rest is safe when you rest with me. My beloved child, now that you know I am with you in this night, I invite you to do something sacred. Lay your burdens down. Not tomorrow. Not after you figure everything out. Lay them down now, in this quiet space where my presence surrounds you. You have been carrying more than you were ever meant to hold alone, and your soul is tired from the weight. I see the responsibilities you shoulder without complaint. I see the worries you tuck away so others will not notice. Some of your burdens have names you speak aloud, and others are carried silently, even from those closest to you. but nothing you carry is hidden from me. I am asking you to place it all into my hands. You may wonder how to do that, how to release what feels so tangled inside you. You do it by trusting me enough to stop gripping so tightly. You do it by allowing your heart to exhale. You do it by believing that I am strong enough to carry what you cannot. You were never meant to be your own refuge. As you listen, imagine yourself setting each burden down, one by one. The worry about tomorrow, the regret from yesterday, the pressure to be enough for everyone. Lay it down. You do not lose anything by releasing it to me. You gain peace. You gain rest. You gain space to breathe again. Some of these burdens have been with you for a long time. You have grown so used to carrying them that you barely notice the strain anymore. But I notice. I see how they have shaped your thoughts and tightened your chest. Tonight, I am giving you permission to rest from them. They do not define you, and they do not control your future. Listen closely, my beloved child, because what I am about to unfold will change how you experience this night. Stay with me, for what comes next is the key your heart has been quietly longing for. Do not drift away too soon. You are on the edge of a deeper peace than you have known in a long time, and I do not want you to miss it. You do not need to understand everything I am doing to trust me. You only need to remain here, open and listening. Each word I speak is meant to loosen what has been bound inside you. Each moment you stay allows my peace to settle more deeply. This is not just another message. This is a meeting between your heart and mine. If these words are bringing calm to your spirit, honor this moment. Bless this message with a like so it can reach others who are lying awake, carrying their own burdens in the dark. Share it with someone who needs to be reminded that they are not alone. Stay connected and subscribed so my voice can continue to meet you in moments like this. Help this message travel where weary hearts are waiting. And now, rest here again. Let the noise fall away. Let your shoulders soften. I am not asking you to be strong right now. I am asking you to be still. You have done enough for today. The work of this moment is simply to receive. Before you sleep, I want you to remember this. You are not responsible for holding the entire world together. It has always been my role. You are responsible only for trusting me enough to let go. As you lay your burdens down, something within you will begin to feel lighter, freer, calmer. My beloved child, hear my heart in this moment of giving. Every time you sow into this message, you are lighting a lamp in another soul's night, and I use that light to guide the weary home. I tell you now, as surely as seed meets soil, what you release in obedience will return as harvest pressed down and overflowing. I am the one who said I give seed to the sower, and I am speaking that promise over you now. If your spirit feels stirred, this is my invitation to act. Let your support flow through Super Thanks membership, with a PayPal link placed for you in the description and shown as a QR code before your eyes. Do not delay what I am prompting, for obedience in this moment carries power. I bless what you give and I command you now, sow, and watch me multiply it for my glory and for many hearts. My beloved child, there are things within you that have never found words. Thoughts you stopped trying to explain. Feelings you learned to carry quietly because you did not feel safe enough to speak them out loud. Tonight, I want you to know this with certainty. I see what you never spoke aloud. Nothing in your heart is invisible to me. I see the moments when you smiled to keep the peace while something inside you ached. I see the strength you show for others and the weariness that follows when you are finally alone. I see the questions you bury because you are afraid they might sound weak or ungrateful. You have not failed by feeling this way. You have simply been human, and I have been watching over you with compassion. There are wounds you never explained because you did not think anyone would understand. Disappointments you minimized because you thought you should be over them by now. But I do not measure your healing by time. I measure it by tenderness. And I have been gentle with you, even when you were hard on yourself. You do not have to translate your pain into perfect language for me. I understand sighs. I understand tears that never fall. I understand the heaviness that settles in your chest without warning. Long before you realized what you were feeling, I already knew. And I stayed. Some of what you carry feels confusing even to you. You wonder why certain memories still sting, why certain fears still surface, why some nights feel heavier than others. I am not disappointed in you for that. Healing is not a straight path, and rest does not always come all at once. That is why I meet you again and again, right where you are. I see the prayers you stopped praying because you thought they went unanswered. I see the hope you guarded carefully so it would not be crushed again. I see the way you learned to survive by becoming strong, even when your heart longed to be held. You did what you needed to do to make it through. I honor that. And now, I am inviting you into something softer. You do not need to defend yourself with me. You do not need to hide the parts of you that feel messy or unsure. I am not shocked by your doubts, and I am not threatened by your questions. I am a father who listens, even when words fail. Especially then. Tonight, let yourself be fully known without fear. Let the walls you built for protection rest for a while. You are safe here. Nothing you revealed to me will push me away. Love does not withdraw when it sees weakness. Love draws closer. I know there are moments you replay in your mind, wishing you had spoken differently, chosen differently, acted sooner. I see those moments too, and I am not condemning you for them. I am teaching you how to forgive yourself the way I already have. You are learning, growing, becoming. That process is not shameful. It is sacred. If your heart feels tired from holding things in, let it rest now. You do not need to solve your inner world tonight. You only need to let me see you as you truly are. I already do. And I call you beloved, not because you are flawless, but because you are mine. As you listen, allow this truth to settle gently. You have never been misunderstood by me. Not once. Even when others misread you. Even when you misread yourself. I have always known what was happening beneath the surface. Stay here a little longer. Let my knowing bring you peace instead of fear. You are not exposed, you are embraced. The parts of you that feel unseen are resting now in my attention. And as you move deeper into this night, you can rest knowing that nothing about you is hidden, and nothing about you is rejected. My beloved child, I want to speak gently into a belief you may not even realize you carry. Somewhere along the way, the night began to feel like an enemy to you. A place where worries grow louder, where fears feel closer, where rest seems harder to reach. But listen to me now, and let this truth settle deeply within you. The night is not your enemy. The night has been misunderstood. You have learned to brace yourself when darkness falls, as if something might go wrong simply because the light has faded. But I did not create the night to frighten you. I created it to restore you. The night is not a threat. It is a covering. It is not a battle. It is a shelter. I know that in the quiet, your thoughts can feel sharper. The absence of noise leaves space for memories, questions, and emotions to surface. But that does not mean the night is working against you. It means the night is revealing what the day kept hidden, so it can finally be healed. What rises now is not here to harm you. It is here to be released. You are not weaker at night. You are simply more honest. And honesty is not dangerous when you are with me. You do not need to guard your heart from the darkness when I am the one watching over you. Nothing moves in this night without passing through my care first. There are things I can only give you when you slow down. There are wounds I tend to best when you stop striving. The night creates space for that. It invites your soul to unclench, even if it resists at first. I am patient with you. I do not rush the process. I remain present through it. You may have learned to associate night with loneliness, but you are not alone now. You may have learned to associate night with fear, but fear does not rule here. I do, and my rule is gentle, steady, and full of peace. I am not distant in this darkness. I am closer than you think. Think of the night not as something to endure, but as something that holds you. Just as a parent dims the lights to help a child rest, I allow the world to quiet so your heart can finally breathe. The darkness is not closing in on you. It is wrapping around you, protecting you from what no longer needs your attention. There is no demand on you right now. No expectation to perform. No pressure to produce. The night does not ask you to be strong. It asks you to be still. And stillness is where my peace reaches you most clearly. I know there have been nights when you felt restless, when sleep came slowly or not at all. Even then, the night was not your enemy. It was a signal that something inside you needed care, not condemnation. And I was there, even if you did not feel me. My presence does not depend on your awareness of it. Night, let yourself reframe this moment. Let go of the idea that something bad lurks in the dark. Let your body learn that it is safe to relax. Let your mind learn that it does not need to stay alert to survive. I am standing watch. Nothing is required of you. You do not have to fear what happens when you close your eyes. I guard your rest. I guide your dreams. I remain alert while you sleep. The night is not when I step away. It is when I draw nearer. As you continue listening, allow this truth to settle into your bones. This night is on your side. It has come to heal, not to harm. It has come to restore what the day has taken. You are not entering a vulnerable space. You are entering a protected one. Rest here, my beloved child. Let the night be what it was always meant to be for you. A place of safety. A place of renewal. A place where you are held, watched over, and deeply loved. My beloved child, now that you know the night is not your enemy, I invite you into something even deeper. Let your mind be still. Not forced into silence, not pressured into calm, but gently guided into rest. Your mind has worked hard today. It has carried plans, worries, decisions, and memories. It deserves permission to slow down. Stillness does not mean everything suddenly disappears. It means you stop chasing every thought that passes through you. Thoughts may come, but you do not have to follow them. You are allowed to observe them and let them drift away. I am here to help you do that. If your mind feels busy right now, do not judge yourself. That busyness is not failure. It is simply evidence of how much you care, how much you have been holding together. Tonight, you do not need to keep everything in order. I will hold what you release. Focus for a moment on your breathing. You do not need to change it. Just notice it. Each breath is a reminder that I am sustaining you without effort on your part. You are alive not because you strive, but because I give life freely. Let that truth quiet the urgency within you. Your mind often tries to protect you by staying alert, by replaying conversations or anticipating problems. But right now, there is nothing you need to prepare for. This moment requires no defense, You are safe enough to rest. I am closer than the thoughts that distract you. Imagine your mind like water that has been stirred all day. When you stop moving it, it begins to settle on its own. Stillness is not something you force. It is something you allow. As you remain here with me, the surface will grow calm naturally. You may notice tension you were not aware of until now. A tightness in your jaw, your shoulders, your chest. Gently let it go. You do not need it here. Each place where your body softens is a signal to your mind that it can rest too. Let go of the need to make sense of everything tonight. Some answers are not meant for this moment. Understanding will come in time, but peace can come now. Peace does not require clarity. It requires trust. And trust is built right here, in the quiet. If your thoughts begin to wander, do not become frustrated. Simply return to my voice. Let it anchor you. My words are steady. They are not in a hurry. They are not demanding anything from you. They are here to create space inside you where calm can live. Your mind does not have to solve tomorrow before you sleep. Tomorrow is already known to me. Nothing will surprise me. Nothing will overwhelm me. You can rest because I am not resting from caring for you. My attention does not drift. My presence does not fade. There is a gentle power in stillness. It allows healing to begin without effort. It allows your nervous system to remember peace. It allows your heart to stop bracing for what might come next. Stillness is not emptiness. It is fullness without noise. As your mind grows quieter, you may feel emotions rise. Do not push them away. Let them pass through without analysis. You do not need to name everything you feel. I already know. You are not required to manage your inner world tonight. I am here to hold it for you. Let your thoughts slow like a soft evening breeze instead of a storm. There is no rush to sleep. Rest begins before sleep arrives. Rest begins the moment you stop striving. You are doing that now, simply by listening. Let your mind rest in my presence. Stillness is not something you achieve. It is something you receive. And I am giving it to you freely. Be still, my beloved child. You are safe. You are held. And peace is already settling within you. My beloved child, as you rest here in this quiet moment, I want you to hear this truth not just with your ears, but with your whole being. I am guarding you. I am not watching from far away, and I am not distracted. My attention is fully on you. Every breath you take, every subtle movement of your body, every unspoken need in your heart is seen and protected by me. You have spent so much of your life learning how to protect yourself. Staying alert, staying strong, staying ready for what might come next. That vigilance helped you survive seasons that were uncertain and heavy. But tonight, you are not required to stay on guard. You can rest because I am guarding you now. What you release does not fall apart. It is held. I know there are moments when sleep feels risky, as if closing your eyes means losing control. You may have felt that if you stop paying attention, something will slip through, something will go wrong. But listen closely, my child. You are never safer than when you rest in my care. Sleep is not a loss of protection. It is a transfer of it, from your limited strength to my limitless watchfulness. While you sleep, my eyes remain open. I do not grow tired. I do not miss details. I do not overlook danger. I stand between you and everything you fear, whether you can name it or not. Loving approaches you unnoticed. Nothing reaches you without passing through my hands first. I am guarding your body as it rests and recovers from the day. I am guarding your mind as it slows and releases its grip on worry. I am guarding your heart as it softens, even if only a little. Every layer of you is under my care. You are not exposed. You are covered. There have been nights when fear whispered to you in the dark, telling you that you were alone or unprotected. Those whispers were never truth. They were echoes of past pain, not reflections of your present reality. I have always been with you even when you did not feel me. Especially then. I guard your dreams, my beloved child. Your mind does not wander into unsafe places without my presence there too. I oversee what passes through your thoughts while you rest. You are not vulnerable to chaos in your sleep. My peace surrounds you like a shield. You do not need to check on everything one last time. You do not need to rehearse tomorrow in your mind. You do not need to stay half awake just in case. I am already ahead of every moment that concerns you. Tomorrow is not waiting to ambush you. It is already known to me, and I am preparing it with care. I know how deeply you feel responsibility. You often believe that if you do not hold everything together, it will fall apart. But hear me now, the world does not rest on your shoulders. That weight was never yours to carry. When you rest, you are not being careless. You are being faithful. You are trusting me to do what only I can do. Let your body relax further now. Feel the surface beneath you supporting your weight. That support is a reflection of my care. Just as you are being physically held, you are spiritually guarded. Nothing is slipping through unseen. I guard you from harm you never knew was near. I guide paths you never see. I delay things that would have overwhelmed you. I soften moments that could have broken you. You have been kept more times than you realize, and that same care surrounds you now. As the night deepens, do not fear it. The darkness does not hide you from me. It does not reduce my presence. I see you just as clearly now as I do in the brightest day. My protection does not depend on light. It flows from love. Rest, my beloved child. Let go without fear. You are not unprotected. You are deeply guarded, fully known, and completely safe. I am here through this night, and I will remain when you wake. You can sleep peacefully, knowing that I am watching over you, now and always. My beloved child, there is a quiet fear that often visits you when the world slows down, a fear you rarely speak aloud. It tells you that you are falling behind, that others are moving forward while you are standing still, that time is slipping through your fingers and you are missing something important. Tonight, I want to speak directly to that fear and gently take it from your heart. You are not falling behind. Not in your life. Not in your purpose. Not in the path I have set before you. What you call delay, I call preparation. What you see as lost time, I see as sacred ground where your roots have been growing deeper than you realize. I know you compare your life to others, sometimes without meaning to. You see milestones reached, doors opened, prayers answered in ways that look faster than yours. And you wonder if you took a wrong turn, if you waited too long, if you missed your moment. But listen to me carefully. Your life is not a race, and you are not late. You are right where I can reach you. There are seasons when growth is invisible. Seeds break open underground long before anything appears above the surface. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. But beneath the soil, life is forming, strengthening, preparing to rise. You are in such a season more often than you know. Just because others cannot see it does not mean I am not working. You have learned to measure progress by movement, by visible success, by achievements others can applaud. But I measure progress by healing, by wisdom, by the quiet strengthening of your heart. I see how much you have grown in ways that cannot be posted or prayed. I see the resilience you gained, the compassion you learned, the boundaries you built to protect your peace. These things matter deeply. Some of what you wanted before would have overwhelmed you if it had arrived too soon. Some doors needed to stay closed until you were ready to walk through them without losing yourself. My timing has not been punishment. It has been protection. Even the waiting has been an act of love. You are not behind because I am not rushing you. I am not pushing you to become someone you are not yet prepared to be. I am leading you step by step, even when the steps feel small. Every pause has purpose. Every detour has meaning. Nothing in your journey is wasted. I know impatience can make your heart ache. You want reassurance that your life is moving somewhere, that this season will not last forever. Hear this truth now. I am not finished with your story. What is unfolding cannot be hurried without harm. I'm shaping something lasting, not something quick. If tonight you feel tired from striving, from trying to catch up, from measuring yourself against impossible standards, lay that down. You do not need to prove anything to me. You are not earning your worth by speed or success. You are already loved, already chosen, already enough. The pace of your life is not a mistake. The timing of your growth is intentional. You are learning things now that will serve you later in ways you cannot yet imagine. One day, you will look back and understand why certain things took time. Tonight, you only need to trust that I see the whole picture. Rest from the pressure to arrive somewhere else. Be present here with me. This moment is not a setback. It is part of the journey. You are not stuck. You are becoming. As you prepare to sleep, let this assurance settle into you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not falling behind. You are being led with care, with wisdom, and with love that knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Sleep peacefully, my beloved child. Your life is unfolding exactly as it should, and I am guiding every step, even the quiet ones. My beloved child, there is something I want you to understand tonight, something gentle yet powerful. Rest is not weakness. Rest is an act of trust. When you allow yourself to rest, you are saying without words that you believe I am capable of holding what you release. You are declaring that you do not have to manage everything for your life to remain secure. You have learned to associate worth with effort, to believe that stopping means falling behind, that resting means letting something slip. But that belief has made you tired in places rest was meant to reach. Tonight, I am inviting you to see rest differently. Rest is not quitting. It is placing your confidence in me instead of your own striving. When you rest, you are not abandoning responsibility. You are acknowledging that there are limits to what you can carry, and that is not failure. That is truth. You were never designed to be self-sustaining. You were created to be held, guided, and renewed. Rest aligns you with that design. I know it can feel uncomfortable to let go. Your mind may resist stillness, reminding you of unfinished tasks and unanswered questions. But rest does not mean those things disappear. It means they move out of your hands and into mine. And nothing you release tonight will be neglected. I am more attentive than you could ever be. Trust is not proven by constant effort. It is proven by surrender. When you rest, you are trusting me with outcomes you cannot control. You are trusting that tomorrow will not collapse because you chose to sleep. You are trusting that I am active even when you are still. There have been seasons when you felt you had to stay strong at all times, when resting felt dangerous because no one else would step in if you stopped. Those seasons taught you endurance, but they also taught you habits that no longer serve you. Tonight, you are safe to unlearn them. I am here now. You do not have to do everything alone anymore. Rest allows your soul to remember peace. It gives your body permission to recover and your heart space to soften. It creates room for healing that cannot happen while you are bracing yourself. You do not need to earn this rest. You are allowed to receive it simply because you are mine. If guilt tries to rise as you slow down, let it pass. Guilt has no authority here. You are not being irresponsible by resting. You are being obedient to the rhythm I designed for you. Even I modeled rest, not because I was tired, but because rest is holy. It reminds you that life is sustained by grace, not effort alone. Rest does not always feel calm at first. Sometimes it feels like releasing a tight grip and fearing what might happen next. But I am here to catch what you let go of. You will not regret trusting me with this night. Peace follows trust, even if it takes a moment to settle. You do not need to monitor your thoughts or control your breathing perfectly. Simply allow yourself to be here. Rest is not a technique to master. It is a posture of the heart. And your heart is learning to lean on me. As you listen, let your body sink deeper into stillness. Let the weight of expectation lift. You are not being measured right now. You are being cared for. This is a sacred exchange. You release effort, and I release peace. Tomorrow will come with its own grace. You do not need to prepare for it tonight. Trust that I will meet you there just as faithfully as I am meeting you now. Rest does not delay your progress. It restores your strength. So rest, my beloved child. Trust me with what you cannot finish, what you cannot fix, and what you cannot foresee. I am holding it all. And as you rest, know that you are not stepping away from life. You are stepping deeper into my care. My beloved child, as this night continues to cradle you in quiet, I want to reveal a truth that will bring rest to the deepest places of your heart. While you are slowing down, while your body is releasing the weight of today, I am preparing tomorrow. Nothing about what lies ahead of you is uncertain to me. Nothing is unplanned, overlooked, or left to chance. I am already there, shaping what will meet you when morning comes. You often imagine tomorrow as a challenge, waiting to test you. Your mind tries to predict conversations, outcomes, and responsibilities, as if staying alert will somehow protect you. But hear me clearly now. Tomorrow is not something you must conquer. It is something I am preparing for you with care and intention. Every moment has already passed through my hands. There are details you worry about before sleep, decisions you feel unready to make, situations you fear might drain you again. I am already ahead of all of them. I am arranging what needs alignment, softening what feels intimidating, and strengthening you in ways you do not yet see. You will not wake up unsupported. You will wake up into my preparation. You do not need to rehearse tomorrow tonight. Your rest is not delaying anything. It is making room. The most faithful thing you can do right now is trust me enough to stop striving. While you rest, I work. While you sleep, I remain attentive. You are not responsible for holding the future together through the night. That responsibility has always been mine. Stay with me, my beloved child, because what I am about to unfold will change how you understand waiting. Do not drift away too soon. You are closer to clarity than you realize, and I do not want you to miss this moment of reassurance. Something is shifting even now, quietly and gently, as you listen. There are answers forming that will arrive at the right time. There are paths opening that will feel natural when you step into them. Not everything will come at once, but what you need will come when you need it. Tomorrow will not demand more than I have already prepared you to give. You may wake with questions, but you will not wake without guidance. You may wake with responsibilities, but you will not wake without strength. You may wake unsure, but you will not wake alone. I will meet you there, just as surely as I am meeting you here. Listen closely now, because this is important. The peace you choose tonight becomes the foundation for tomorrow. Anxiety crowds the heart, but trust makes space. As you release control, you are making room for my provision. This is why rest matters. This is why you must hear this before you sleep. If these words are calming your spirit, pause for a moment and honor what I am doing. Bless this message with a like so it can reach another soul who is lying awake, worried about tomorrow. Share it with someone who needs to know they are not facing the future alone. Stay connected by subscribing, so my voice can continue to meet you in moments when fear tries to rise. Help this message travel further, so peace can reach hearts that are waiting. Now let your breathing slow again. Let anticipation replace anxiety. Tomorrow is not rushing toward you with pressure. It is being prepared with love. You do not need to stay alert to receive it. You only need to trust me enough to rest. Sleep knowing this, my beloved child. When morning comes, you will step into a day that has already been held, shaped, and covered by my care. Nothing will surprise me. Nothing will overwhelm me. I am already there. My beloved child, hear my voice as I speak to you about this sacred work. Every time you give, you are planting a seed of light into someone else's night, and I am the one who causes that seed to grow. I have spoken that those who sow will reap, and I declare that promise over you now. If you feel my gentle pull in your spirit, this is my invitation to respond. Release your support through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link placed in the description and shown as a QR code before you. Do not delay obedience when I am calling you. I bless what you give and I command you now. Sow, and watch me prepare harvests of peace, healing, and rest in many hearts. My beloved child, as your body begins to sink more deeply into rest and your breathing grows slower, I want you to understand what is taking place beyond your awareness. While you sleep, I heal you. Not in a rushed way, not with force and not with pain, but gently, faithfully, and thoroughly. There are works of restoration that can only happen when you stop striving, and this night has been set apart for that purpose. You have carried wounds for a long time, some you recognize and others you have learned to ignore. There are hurts formed by words spoken carelessly, by love withheld, by moments when you felt unseen or misunderstood. There are disappointments that reshaped how you expect life to treat you. And there is weariness layered so deeply into you that it became normal. I see all of it, and none of it intimidates me. Healing does not always come through effort. In fact, many of the deepest restorations happen when effort ends. Sleep quiets the noise that keeps pain guarded. Rest loosens the defenses you had to build to survive. When you are no longer bracing yourself, your soul opens naturally, and that is where my healing reaches deepest. You may believe healing requires understanding every wound or revisiting every memory, but I do not require you to relive pain in order to be free from it. I heal what you remember and what you do not. I restore places you cannot name, and mend fractures you never realized were there. Nothing in you is hidden from me. As you sleep, I am easing the tightness you have carried in your chest, the constant low-level tension that made it hard to fully relax. I am calming a nervous system that learned to stay alert. I am teaching your body and your soul that they are safe now. That safety is not fragile. It is anchored in my presence. There are wounds you tried to heal by staying busy, I being strong, I not letting yourself feel too much. Those strategies helped you endure, but they also exhausted you. Tonight, you do not need them. You are allowed to rest without protecting yourself. I am protecting you now. Healing is not always dramatic. Often it arrives quietly, like warmth returning to cold hands, or like water soaking into dry ground. You may not feel a sudden change when you wake, but something within you will have shifted. A heaviness will have lifted. A sharp edge will have softened. A peace will have settled where unrest once lived. I am not only healing pain. I am restoring what has been drained. Your joy, your hope, your sense of ease. Some losses do not leave visible scars, but they take energy and light from you over time. I am replenishing what was taken slowly and silently. You will not always know how, but you will feel the difference. Even the wounds you thought were permanent are not beyond my care. Time may have passed, but my healing is not limited by time. I am not constrained by how long you have carried something. I am not discouraged by how many times you tried to move on. Healing is not delayed because you struggled. It is arriving because I am faithful. As you rest, I am also preparing you for what lies ahead. Healing is not only about relief from the past. It is about strengthening you for the future. I am making room within you for new peace, new confidence, and new life without the weight of old pain slowing you down. You do not need to wake tomorrow completely transformed to trust that this night mattered. Healing often unfolds in layers, gently and patiently. What I begin, I continue. I do not abandon restoration halfway. You are not a project to me. You are my child. So sleep, my beloved child. Let your body rest without fear. Let your soul receive what it needs without effort. I am healing you while you sleep, faithfully and tenderly. Nothing interrupts my care, and nothing about you is beyond renewal. Rest now, knowing that restoration is already at work within you. My beloved child, there is something I want you to understand clearly as this night deepens and your heart grows quieter. Your past cannot follow you here. This moment, this space of rest and safety, is not a place where old failures, regrets, where painful memories have authority. They may have shaped parts of your story, but they do not get to define this night. You often carry your past with you like a shadow, assuming it must always be present, always reminding you of what went wrong or what you wish you had done differently. But hear me now. I have drawn a boundary. What once hurt you is not allowed to rule you here. The weight of yesterday is not permitted to press into this moment of rest. There are memories that surface when you are tired, moments replaying when your defenses are low. They come quietly, sometimes without invitation. But their presence does not mean they have power. It only means your heart has been trying to make sense of what it endured. I am here to tell you that you no longer need to carry that burden alone. Shame often whispers that your past disqualifies you. Regret tries to convince you that certain doors closed forever because of choices you made or chances you missed. But I do not measure your life by its worst moments. I see the full picture, and I have already woven redemption into places you thought were beyond repair. You are not being punished by time. You are not being followed by mistakes that refuse to let go. I have not bound you to who you used to be. Growth does not mean pretending the past never happened. It means understanding that it no longer controls where you are going. Tonight, I am inviting you to stop dragging yesterday into a place it does not belong. This is a moment of rest, not review. A moment of peace, not self-judgment. You are allowed to lay down the habit of replaying what cannot be changed. Nothing new is gained by reopening wounds that I am already healing. Some of what you regret came from survival, not rebellion. Some of what you wish you can change came from doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. I see that. I honor the strength it took to endure. And I do not hold your past against you the way you hold it against yourself. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is releasing the right to keep punishing yourself. I have already extended grace to you, freely and completely. When you continue to condemn yourself, you are carrying a weight I never asked you to bear. Tonight, you are allowed to put it down. You may fear that if you let go of the past, you will repeat it. But wisdom does not require constant guilt to exist. You have learned. You have grown. You are not the same person who made those choices or endured those moments. Holding on to shame does not protect you. It only keeps you tethered to pain. As you rest, let your past remain where it belongs. Behind you, not hovering over you. It does not get to follow you into this stillness. It does not get to disturb your peace. I am doing something new within you, and new things require space. If memories arise tonight, do not fight them. Simply acknowledge them and release them back to me. You do not need to resolve everything now. Healing is already underway. Rest does not erase progress. It strengthens it. You are not defined by what you regret. You are not limited by what you lost. You are not trapped by what happened. I am leading you forward, not dragging you backward. And where I lead, your past cannot come as a burden. Rest now, my beloved child. This night belongs to renewal, not remembrance. You are safe here. You are forgiven. You are free to sleep without the weight of yesterday pressing on your heart. I am holding your story, and I am guiding it toward peace. My beloved child, come closer now into this quiet moment and hear me gently. Breathe, my child. Not because you are in danger, not because something is wrong, but because your body and soul are ready to receive rest. Your breathing has been carrying you all day without your notice, and now I invite you to become aware of it as a gift. You have been holding your breath in ways you did not realize. Holding it through stress. Holding it through expectation. Holding it through moments when you felt you had to stay composed. Tonight, you no longer need to do that. Let your breath slow. Let it deepen naturally. Each breath is permission to soften. There is no rush here. No finish line you must reach before you are allowed to relax. With every breath in, receive the life I am giving freely. With every breath out, release what you no longer need to carry into this night. You do not have to name it perfectly. I know what it is. As you breathe, notice how your body responds. Your shoulders begin to lower. Your jaw loosens. Your chest eases. These are not small things. They are signs that your body is remembering safety. Safety is not something you force yourself into. It is something you recognize when it is present. And I am present. Breathing is one of the simplest ways I remind you that you are not sustaining yourself alone. You did not create your next breath, yet it arrives. That is how my care works. Quiet, faithful, uninterrupted. Even when you are unaware of it, I am sustaining you. If your thoughts begin to drift, that is all right. Gently return your attention to your breathing. Not with frustration, but with kindness. You are not trying to empty your mind. You are allowing it to rest. Rest does not demand perfection. It only asks for willingness. There may be emotions beneath the surface that rise as you slow down. Do not push them away. Let them pass through like waves that do not stay forever. Breathing gives them space to move without overwhelming you. You are not being overtaken. You are being cared for. Breathe in knowing you are safe. Breathe out knowing you are held. Each cycle is a reminder that you do not need to brace yourself right now. Nothing is chasing you. Nothing is demanding answers from you. This moment is enough. You have spent much of your life anticipating what comes next, preparing for impact, planning for outcomes. Tonight, your only task is this simple act of being. Breathing grounds you in the present, where my grace is always available. Not in the past you cannot change. Not in the future you cannot control. Right here. As your breath becomes slower, your heart follows. The rhythm within you begins to settle. This is not accidental. I designed your body to respond to peace when it recognizes safety. Let it respond now. You are not losing awareness. You are gaining rest. If sleep feels close, let it come without resistance. If it feels a little farther away, remain here with me. There is no wrong way to rest. Even wakeful rest restores you. Even quiet breathing heals you. Nothing about this moment is wasted. I am breathing with you, my beloved child. Not in the way humans breathe, but in the way presence surrounds and sustains. I am attentive to every rise and fall of your chest. Every breath you take is known. Every pause is safe. Let your breathing become prayer without words. Let it be trust without explanation. You do not need to speak to be heard. You do not need to strive to be close. I am here. Breathe, my child. With each breath, sink deeper into rest. With each breath, allow peace to take up more space within you. You are doing exactly what you need to do right now. Nothing more is required. Stay here. Breathe gently. I am with you, and this moment is held in my care. My beloved child, as your breathing slows and your body rests more fully, I want to speak a truth over you that your heart needs to hear again and again. You are deeply loved, not conditionally, not temporarily, not because of what you do or how well you hold yourself together. You are deeply loved simply because you are mine. Love has not always felt safe to you. You may have learned that love could be withdrawn, measured, or earned. You may have experienced affection that came with expectations, approval that depended on performance, or care that faded when you struggled. Those experiences taught you to guard yourself. But my love is not like that. It does not fluctuate. It does not retreat. It does not grow tired of you. You do not have to be impressive to be loved by me. You do not have to explain yourself, improve yourself, or fix yourself first. I love you in your strength, and I love you in your weariness. I love you when you are confident, and I love you when you are unsure. Nothing about your current state disqualifies you from my affection. There are parts of you that feel unlovable to you, weaknesses you wish were not there, patterns you struggle to change, thoughts you wish you did not have. I see all of it, and my love does not shrink in response. It grows more attentive, more protective, more tender. Where you feel most exposed is where my love draws closest. You may question love because you fear disappointment. You may hold back because you are afraid of being hurt again. That fear makes sense. But my love does not come to harm you. It comes to heal what harm has taught you. You do not need to brace yourself here. You are safe to be fully known and fully loved at the same time. Love is not something you have to chase with me. You are not trying to earn a place in my heart. You have always been there. Even on days you felt distant from me, I was not distant from you. Love does not disappear because you feel disconnected. It remains steady, waiting patiently. As you rest, let yourself receive this love without analyzing it. You do not need to understand how it works to benefit from it. Love is not a puzzle to solve. It is a presence to rest in. and I am here with you now. You may have grown accustomed to love that demands something in return. But my love is not a transaction. It is a give. It does not require you to pay it back. It simply asks you to receive it. Receiving does not make you weak. It makes you whole. I know you have wondered at times if you are too much or not enough. If your emotions are inconvenient. If your needs are burdensome. But hear me clearly, my beloved child. You are not too much. You are not lacking. You are deeply loved exactly as you are in this moment. Let this truth reach the places in you that doubt. Let it soften the places that learn to expect rejection. You do not need to shrink yourself here. You do not need to be guarded. Love is not something you lose by resting. It is something that holds you as you rest. I am not loving you from obligation. I am loving you from delight. You matter to me. Your heart matters. Your peace matters. When you are hurting, I am attentive. When you are resting, I am near. My love does not sleep when you sleep. It watches over you. If you struggle to feel loved, that does not mean love is absent. It means your heart is healing. Sensitivity returns slowly after pain. Be patient with yourself. I am patient with you. Love is not rushing you. It is staying with you. As this night continues, let yourself be held by this truth. You are deeply loved. Not because of your past, not because of your future, but because you are mine now. Rest in that love, my beloved child. It will not leave you. My beloved child, as this night continues to wrap you in stillness, I want to speak into the uncertainty that sometimes weighs on your heart. I know your tomorrow. Not vaguely, not from a distance. I know it fully, completely, and intimately. Nothing about what is coming surprises me, and nothing ahead of you is outside of my care. You often imagine tomorrow as a question mark, something unclear that you must face without knowing how it will unfold. Uncertainty can make your chest tighten, especially when you are tired. But hear me now. What feels unknown to you is already known to me. I am not guessing about your future. I am present within it. I see the moments that worry you, the conversations you are unsure how to navigate, the responsibilities that feel heavy, the decisions that seem to carry too much weight. I am already there, preparing grace for each one. You will not step into tomorrow empty-handed. You will step into it with my presence already surrounding you. There are paths you fear taking because you do not know where they lead. There are outcomes you avoid imagining because you are afraid of disappointment. But your future is not fragile in my hands. It does not depend on perfect choices or flawless execution. I guide even when you feel unsure. I steady you, even when your steps feel small. I know what tomorrow will ask of you, and I also know what you will need to meet it. I am not calling you into something without providing what is required. Strength will be there when strength is needed. Wisdom will be there when decisions arise. Peace will be there when anxiety tries to intrude. You do not have to stockpile these things tonight. I will provide them in their time. You may wonder if tomorrow will repeat the pain of yesterday, if the same struggles will return, if the same heaviness will greet you when you wake. But hear me gently. Every day is not a repeat of the last. I am always doing something new, even when change feels slow. Tomorrow holds possibilities you cannot yet see. I know the plans forming ahead of you, and I also know the plans I am quietly reshaping. Some things you expect will not unfold the way you imagine. Some things you fear will never come to pass. My understanding is broader than yours, and my intentions are rooted in love, not harm. There are details I have not revealed to you yet, not because I am withholding, but because the timing matters. Some truths are best received when your heart is ready. For now, it is enough to know that you are not walking blindly. You are being led. I see the version of you that tomorrow is shaping. Stronger, wiser, softer in the right places. You are becoming someone who can carry more peace without losing tenderness. Tomorrow is part of that becoming. It is not here to break you. It is here to grow you. You do not need to stay awake worrying about what you cannot control. Worry does not prepare the future. Trust does. When you rest tonight, you are not being passive. You are allowing me to work ahead of you. I am arranging what you cannot reach from here. If fear tries to speak as you drift toward sleep, remind your heart of this truth. I know your tomorrow, and I am already there. You are not stepping into the unknown alone. You are stepping into a day that has been seen, held, and guided by me. Let that assurance calm you now. Let it loosen the grip of uncertainty. You do not need to have tomorrow figured out before you rest. You only need to trust the one who already has. Sleep peacefully, my beloved child. Your future is not rushing toward you with danger. It is unfolding under my watchful care. I know your tomorrow, and I will meet you there with everything you need. My beloved child, as the night deepens and your body begins to yield to rest, I want to speak directly to the quiet fear that sometimes lingers when sleep draws near. Sleep without fear. You do not need to remain alert to stay safe. You do not need to keep watch through the night to protect yourself. This moment is not dangerous, and rest is not a risk. You are covered. Fear often disguises itself as responsibility. It whispers that if you relax, something might go wrong. That if you let go, you could lose control. That stay half-awake is somehow wiser than resting fully. But fear is not wisdom, and vigilance is not protection when I am with you. Tonight, I am asking you to release that burden. You may have learned, through painful seasons, that sleep required caution. Perhaps there were nights when you were startled awake, nights when peace felt fragile, nights when your body learned to stay on guard. I see that history, and I do not dismiss it. But hear me now. Those seasons are not this moment. You are not there anymore. You are here, and you are safe. The night does not belong to fear. It belongs to restoration. Darkness does not mean danger. It means quiet. It means shelter. It means the world slowing down so your soul can breathe again. I see clearly in the dark. Nothing hides from me. No threat moves unnoticed. You are not vulnerable because you close your eyes. You are protected because I am near. Fear tells you to brace yourself. I invite you to soften. Fear tells you to stay ready. I invite you to rest. You do not need to rehearse tomorrow to survive it. You do not need to replay yesterday to prevent it from returning. Neither vigilance nor worry adds to your safety. Trust does. If your heart begins to race as sleep approaches, do not panic. Gently bring your attention back to my presence. Let my voice anchor you. Fear loses its grip when it is no longer fed by imagination. You are not alone with your thoughts. I am here with you, steady and attentive. I guard your body as it sleeps. I guard your mind as it drifts. I guard your dreams as they form. Nothing enters your rest without passing through my care. You are not defenseless in sleep. You are deeply defended by love. You may fear nightmares, sudden waking, or unsettling thoughts. If any of these come, they do not mean you are unsafe. They are simply echoes of a nervous system learning how to trust again. And even in those moments, I do not withdraw. I remain. I soothe. I protect. You are never abandoned in the night. Sleep is not when my presence fades. It is when my watchfulness becomes most evident. While you rest, I remain awake. While you release control, I hold everything together. You do not need to stay strong through the night. Strength is not required of you here. Let your body learn this truth slowly and kindly. You do not need to force peace. You only need to allow it. Let your muscles relax. Let your breathing settle. Let your thoughts loosen their grip. Each small release is an act of trust, and trust is always met with care. Nothing bad will happen because you sleep. Nothing precious will be lost because you rest. You are not neglecting your life by closing your eyes. You are honoring the design I created for you. Rest restores what fear drains. If fear tries one last time to speak, let my truth answer it. You are safe. You are watched over. You are not alone. This night is held in my hands, and so are you. Sleep now, my beloved child, without fear. Let go fully. Let your body sink into rest. I am here through every hour of this night. I will guard you while you sleep, and I will greet you when you wake. Peace surrounds you, and nothing will disturb what I am holding for you. My beloved child, as this night carries you closer to rest, I want to whisper something into your spirit that your heart has sensed but could not fully name. You are on the verge, not of collapse, not of failure, but of change. Something is aligning in ways you cannot yet see, and the nearness of it is why your soul has felt restless and expectant at the same time. You have wondered why this season has felt so intense, why your emotions seem closer to the surface, why you feel both tired and hopeful in the same breath. That is not confusion. That is transition. You are standing at the edge of something new, and your spirit recognizes it even when your mind cannot explain it. Stay with me now, my beloved child, because what I am revealing in this moment is important. Do not turn away. Do not let sleep steal this awareness too quickly. You are closer to breakthrough than you realize, and what you understand now will bring peace instead of fear as you move forward. Listen closely, because this is a turning point. You are not on the verge because you finally did everything right. You are on the verge because I have been working quietly, patiently, faithfully. While you thought nothing was happening, I was shifting things beneath the surface. While you felt delayed, I was positioning you. While you questioned your progress, I was protecting you. What is coming will not arrive with chaos. It will come with clarity. It will not rush you. It will steady you. The next step will feel different from the last struggle. It will feel lighter, even if it still requires courage. You will recognize it not by pressure, but by peace. You may fear that being on the verge means more responsibility, more demand, more weight. But hear me gently. What I am bringing will not crush you. It will fit you. You have been prepared in ways you cannot yet measure. Growth has already taken place. Strength is already formed. Do not interpret your weariness as weakness. Often, exhaustion appears just before relief. Often, the moment before dawn feels darkest not because night is waning, but because morning is near. You are not losing ground. You are standing at the threshold. Remain with me, my child. Do not rush ahead in your thoughts. Do not retreat into fear. Stay present. The understanding you need will come at the right time. For now, it is enough to know that you are not stuck. You are not circling the same place forever. Movement is happening, even if it is quiet. If these words are stirring hope in you, Honor what is happening. Bless this message with a like so it can reach others who are also standing on the edge of change without realizing it. Share it with someone whose heart needs encouragement tonight. Stay connected by subscribing, so my voice can continue to meet you in moments when you need reassurance. Help this message reach more souls who are waiting for peace. Now rest again. Let anticipation replace anxiety. You do not need to force what is coming. You only need to remain open. I am guiding the timing. I am opening the way. You are not about to miss what I have prepared for you. You are on the verge, my beloved child. Not because of chance, but because of care. Not because of striving, but because of grace. Trust me as you sleep. Tomorrow does not carry the weight of uncertainty alone. It carries the nearness of what I have been shaping just for you. My beloved child, hear my voice as I speak to you about this moment of sowing. When you give into this work, you are responding to my call to send light ahead of you, lighting the way for souls who are standing on the same verge you are. I am the one who said that those who sow in faith will reap in joy, and I declare that living promise over you now. If your spirit feels stirred, this is my invitation to act without delay. Release your support through Super Thanks membership, with a PayPal link placed in the description and shown as a QR code before you. Do not hesitate when obedience is near, for this act carries purpose beyond what you can see. I bless your giving, and I command you now, sow, and watch me turn it into breakthrough, peace, and restoration for many hearts. My beloved child, as you rest in this quiet space between what has been and what is coming, I want you to hear this truth with clarity and hope. I am rewriting your story, not erasing it, not denying what you have lived through, but redeeming it, reshaping it, and leading it toward healing and purpose. Your story is not finished, and it is not fixed in the chapters you wish were different. There are pages in your life you avoid rereading, moments you would rather forget, seasons that feel messy, painful, or unresolved. You may believe those chapters define you, that they set limits on what your future can be. But I am the author, and I am not bound by any single moment. I take what was broken and weave it into something meaningful. You have wondered why certain experiences stayed with you longer than you expected, why some struggles seemed to repeat, why clarity took so long to arrive. But even in those moments, I was present. I was gathering understanding, building compassion, forming wisdom within you. Nothing you endured was meaningless, even when it felt overwhelming. Writing does not mean pretending pain never happened. It means giving it a new ending. It means that what once wounded you will no longer have the final word. I am teaching you how to carry your past without being controlled by it. I am transforming scars into signs of strength rather than sources of shame. You are not trapped by old labels. You are not limited by past mistakes. You are not defined by the worst thing that happened to you or the hardest season you survived. Those were moments in your story, not its conclusion. I am still writing, still shaping, still guiding each new chapter. There are qualities in you now that did not exist before your struggles. Depth, empathy, resilience. These were formed quietly, often through pain, but they are not accidents. They are part of how your story is being rewritten. What once threatened to break you has strengthened you in ways you may only fully understand later. You may fear that rewriting means starting over completely, losing what you have learned, or becoming someone unrecognizable. But hear me clearly. I do not discard what is good. I refine it. I do not remove your identity. I restore it. You are becoming more fully who you were always meant to be. Some of the changes happening within you feel subtle. Others feel unsettling. Growth often feels that way before it becomes familiar. Trust that I am not rushing this process. I am not careless with your heart. Every adjustment is made with intention and care. There will come a time when you look back and see how pieces connected, how what felt random had direction, how what felt delayed had purpose. For now, you are not required to see the whole picture. You are only asked to trust the one who does. I am not rewriting your story to impress others. I am rewriting it to bring you peace, to free you from cycles that drain you, to open paths that align with who you are becoming. You are not being reshaped into something foreign. You are being healed into something true. If you ever fear that your story is too complicated, too damaged, or too late to change, let that fear rest now. I have never been intimidated by complexity or time. I work beyond both. Your story is safe with me. As you prepare to sleep, let this assurance settle into your heart. The chapters ahead are not burdened by the weight of the past. They are written with hope, wisdom, and care. You are not reliving the same page endlessly. You are turning it. Rest now, my beloved child. The pen is in my hand, and the story I am writing leads toward healing, freedom, and peace. You are not forgotten in this process. You are deeply seen, deeply valued, and lovingly guided as your story continues to unfold. My beloved child, as you rest here in the quiet, I want to lift a heavy question that has lingered in your heart for a long time. You have wondered if some of what you endured was pointless. If the pain you carried, the delays you suffered, or the tears you shed were all for nothing. Hear me now, and let this truth settle deeply within you. Nothing is wasted. Not one moment you survived was meaningless. Not one tear fell unseen. Not one season of confusion passed without purpose. Even the chapters you wish you could erase have been held carefully in my hands. I do not waste suffering, and I do not abandon what costs you deeply. There were times you felt like you were simply enduring, not growing. Days when getting through was the only victory. Nights when hope felt thin and distant. But endurance itself shaped you. It strengthened parts of you that comfort alone never could. What felt like stagnation was often quiet formation. You may look back and see detours instead of progress, delays instead of answers, loss instead of gain. But I see something different. I see lessons learned without words. I see compassion formed through pain. I see discernment built through disappointment. These things did not appear by accident. They were forged. Nothing you walked through was random. Even when others failed you, even when outcomes were unfair, even when prayers felt unanswered, I was present. I was collecting what seemed broken and preparing it for redemption. I am skilled at bringing meaning for what looks wasted. You may believe that if something did not work out the way you hoped, then it must have been a failure. But not everything that ends is a loss. Some things end because they have completed their purpose. Some seasons conclude because they have given you what you needed, even if it came wrapped in pain. I know you still carry questions about why certain things happened the way they did. Why doors closed. Why people left. Why healing took longer than expected. You may not have every answer yet, but you have this assurance. None of it was wasted. Even what you do not understand is being woven into something meaningful. There are strengths in you now that did not exist before. There is wisdom in your silence. There is empathy in your listening. There is depth in your presence. These were not formed in ease. They were shaped in difficulty. And they will serve you and others in ways you cannot yet see. Nothing is wasted also means this: you are not behind because of what you endured. You are not damaged beyond use. You are not disqualified by hardship. I am not asking you to pretend the pain did not matter. I am telling you it mattered so much that I redeemed it. Even your mistakes are not wasted. They taught you humility. They taught you discernment. They taught you the value of grace. I do not define you by your missteps. I transform them into wisdom when you place them in my hands. There will come moments when you recognize how something you survived allows you to understand someone else more deeply. How a wound you thought ruined you becomes the place where healing flows through you to others. That is redemption at work. That is nothing wasted. You do not need to force meaning out of your past tonight. Meaning reveals itself over time. For now, it is enough to trust that I am not careless with your life. I do not overlook what costs you. I do not discard what hurts. I redeem it. As you rest, release the belief that some parts of your story were pointless. They were not. They were painful, yes, but they were not empty. I am bringing purpose even from what you wish had never happened. Sleep now, my beloved child, with this assurance settling gently into your heart. Nothing you lived through was wasted. Nothing you survived was overlooked. I am using every piece, every chapter, every tear to shape a future that carries wisdom, compassion, and peace. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being redeemed with care. My beloved child, there are moments when you listen for my voice and hear nothing but quiet. In those moments, your heart may begin to wonder if you have been forgotten, if you have done something wrong, or if I have stepped away. I want you to hear this clearly tonight. Trust me in the silence. The silence is not abandonment. It is not distance. It is not absence. It is a sacred space where I am working more deeply than words could ever reach. You have learned to expect answers quickly, to look for signs, to measure closeness by sound and certainty. When those things do not come, the silence can feel unsettling. It can stir old fears and unanswered questions. But my silence is not empty. It is full of intention. It is full of care. It is full of movement you cannot yet see. There are works I do quietly because noise would only distract you from what truly matters. There are changes forming beneath the surface of your life that cannot be rushed or announced. Silence protects what is still becoming. Just as seeds grow best underground, unseen and untouched, some of my greatest works in you require quiet. You may think silence means waiting without purpose, but waiting with me is never passive. In the silence, I am aligning circumstances. I am softening hearts. I am redirecting paths. I am strengthening you in ways that will matter later. What feels like stillness is often preparation. I know silence can feel uncomfortable. It leaves room for your thoughts to wander and your doubts to speak. It can make old fears feel louder. But silence also reveals truth. It shows you what you rely on when reassurance is removed. It teaches your heart to rest in who I am, not just in what I say or do. There were times when you asked for answers and received quiet instead. That was not rejection. That was protection. Some answers given too early would have overwhelmed you. Some clarity would have narrowed your vision instead of expanding it. I know the right timing for every truth, and I am careful with your heart. You do not need to fill the silence with worry or self-blame. You do not need to assume something is wrong because you cannot hear me clearly. Silence does not mean you missed your chance or failed a test. It means I am inviting you into a deeper kind of trust, one that does not depend on constant confirmation. Trust formed in silence is steady. It is not shaken by uncertainty. It does not collapse when circumstances feel unclear. This kind of trust allows you to rest even when answers are incomplete. It teaches you that I am reliable even when I am quiet. I know you prefer clarity. I know you long for direction and reassurance. Those desires are not one. But tonight, I am offering you something equally valuable. I am offering you my presence without explanation. I am offering you peace without answers. I am offering you rest without resolution. In the silence, your soul learns to listen differently, not just with your ears but with your whole being. You begin to notice subtle shifts, gentle nudges, and quiet confidence that did not come from logic or proof. This is how I guide you when words are not enough. You are not required to interpret the silence perfectly. You are not failing because you do not understand it. All I ask is that you remain with me instead of retreating into fear. Stay present. Stay open. Let the quiet hold you instead of troubling you. Some of the most meaningful moments in your life will arrive quietly, not with urgency or force, but with peace. Silence prepares you to recognize those moments when they come. It teaches your heart to trust the calm instead of chasing the noise. My beloved child, trust me here. Trust that I have not stepped away. Trust that I am not confused about your life. Trust that I am not withholding good from you. The silence is not punishment. It is partnership. It is an invitation to lean into me without needing everything explained. Rest tonight knowing this truth. I am with you in the silence. I am working in ways you cannot yet see. And when the time is right, clarity will come gently, not abruptly. Until then, let the quiet be a place of safety, not fear. You are held, you are guided, and you are never alone, even when all is still. My beloved child, as this night continues to settle around you and your body moves closer to rest, I want to give you a promise that can quiet your heart completely. I will wake you with peace. Not a fragile peace that depends on circumstances being perfect, and not a shallow calm that fades with the first challenge of the day, but a deep, steady peace that meets you before your thoughts begin to race. I know mornings have not always felt gentle to you. There were times you woke up already tired, already anxious, already bracing yourself for what the day might demand. You opened your eyes and felt pressure instead of rest, heaviness instead of hope. I have seen that, and I have not ignored it. Tonight, I am doing something different within you. While you sleep, I am working in places you cannot reach with effort. I am quieting the parts of you that learn to wake in fear. I am easing the habit of immediately scanning the day for threats, problems, or failures. You are not required to wake up on guard. You are allowed to wake up grounded. Peace does not begin in the morning. It begins now, while you rest. It begins as your breathing slows, as your muscles relax, as your mind releases its grip on control. I am placing peace within you before you ever open your eyes. That is why you do not need to prepare yourself tonight for tomorrow. I am already preparing you. When morning comes, you will not be alone with your thoughts. I will be there before the first worry tries to speak. I will meet you in the quiet moment between sleep and waking, when your heart is most open. You may not hear a voice or feel something dramatic, but you will sense a steadiness that was not there before. That is my peace. I am not promising that tomorrow will be without responsibility or challenge, but I am promising that you will carry those things differently. Peace does not remove tasks. It removes fear from the center of your thinking. It allows you to move through your day without being driven by anxiety or pressure. You may notice it in small ways. A calmer breath when you wait. A softer reaction to something that once unsettled you. A quiet confidence that you do not need to rush or panic. These are signs that peace is present, doing its work quietly. There are mornings when your mind tries to pull you back into old patterns, reminding you of unfinished things or possible problems. When that happens, return to this truth. I woke you with peace, and that peace is still with you. It did not disappear because the day began. It walks with you. I know transitions can be difficult for you. Moving from rest into activity sometimes feels abrupt and overwhelming. But I will meet you in that transition. I do not wait for you to feel strong. I arrive with strength. I do not wait for you to feel calm. I bring calm. If your first thought tomorrow is uncertainty, I will steady it. If it is weariness, I will support it. If it is hope, I will nurture it. Whatever meets you when you wake, you will not face it alone. My presence will already be there. You do not need to remember every word spoken tonight for this promise to be fulfilled. My work does not depend on your memory or focus. It depends on my faithfulness. Even if your mind forgets, your soul will remember the peace I placed within you. Morning will not ambush you. It will not rush in without care. It will arrive under my watch. You will rise not because you must push yourself, but because you are supported. You will move forward not because you have everything figured out, but because you trust the one who goes before you. Rest now, my beloved child. Let your body sink deeper into sleep. When morning comes, I will wake you with peace. That peace will steady your steps, guard your heart, and remind you that you are never facing a new day alone. I will be with you when you wake, just as I am with you now. My beloved child, as your body grows heavier with rest and your thoughts begin to drift more slowly, I want to speak a gentle permission into your heart. You are safe to let go. You have been holding on for so long, gripping responsibilities, emotions, and expectations as if releasing them might cause everything to fall apart. But tonight, you are not required to hold the world together. You are allowed to rest your hands in your heart. Letting go does not mean giving up. It does not mean you stop caring or abandon what matters. It means you trust me enough to believe that what you release will not be lost. You are not dropping things into emptiness. You are placing them into my care, where they are held far more securely than you could ever hold them yourself. You have learned to hold on because there were times when no one else did. You learned to manage, to anticipate, to stay one step ahead just to feel safe. That strength carried you through difficult seasons, and I honor it. But strength that never rests becomes a burden. Tonight, you are safe enough to loosen your grip. There are worries you keep replaying because you think vigilance will protect you. There are emotions you suppress because you fear they will overwhelm you if released. There are outcomes you try to control because uncertainty feels threatening. I see all of that, and I am telling you now, gently and clearly, you do not need to hold them tonight. Nothing terrible will happen if you let go for a few hours. Nothing important will be lost. Nothing will unravel beyond repair. I am still here. I am still attentive. I am still capable. You can rest without fear because I am not resting from caring for you. Letting go is not something you force. It happens naturally when you feel safe. That is why I am speaking to you this way, softly and patiently. I am creating a space where your heart does not have to brace itself, where your body does not have to stay tense, where your mind does not have to solve everything before sleep arrives. You are safe to let go of the day, its conversations, its disappointments, its unfinished tasks. They do not follow you into this moment unless you carry them. Set them down now. Tomorrow will still come, and I will meet you there with fresh grace. You are safe to let go of control. Control has never been the source of your security. My presence has. Even when you tried to manage everything perfectly, it was my care that sustained you. You can rest now, knowing that nothing depends entirely on you. You are safe to let go of the version of yourself that believes rest must be earned. You do not need to justify your need for sleep. You do not need to prove you have done enough. You are allowed to rest because you are human, and because you are love. If your mind resists letting go, be patient with it. Old habits do not disappear instantly. Simply return to this truth again and again. I am here. I am holding everything. You are safe. As you lie here, notice how your body responds when you stop gripping. Muscles soften. Breathing deepens. The weight in your chest begins to lift. These are signs that your nervous system is remembering peace. This is how restoration begins. You do not need to let go perfectly. Even a small release is enough. Even choosing not to follow one anxious thought is an act of trust. I meet you in every small surrender with care. Nothing you let go of tonight will be used against you. Nothing will be forgotten or neglected. I am not careless with what you place in my hands. I am faithful. So rest now, my beloved child. Let your thoughts drift. Let your body sink. Let your heart release what it has been gripping. You are safe to let go, because I am here, and I am holding you through this night. My beloved child, as this night continues to deepen and your awareness gently softens, I want you to know how closely you are being held. You are not drifting into rest alone. You are sleeping wrapped in my presence. Not loosely, not distantly, but completely, like a covering that does not shift or fade as the hours pass. My presence is not something you have to reach for. It is already around you. It surrounds your body, your thoughts, your breath, and the quiet places of your heart. Even if you cannot feel it clearly, it remains steady. My presence does not depend on your perception. It depends on my faithfulness. There are times when you have felt spiritually alone at night, when the quiet made you feel exposed or unprotected. But tonight is different. Tonight, I am making my nearness known in a way your soul can rest within. You are not lying in empty silence. You are resting inside care. Think of how a child sleeps more deeply when they know someone trustworthy is nearby. That awareness brings ease without effort. That is how I am with you now. You do not need to stay alert. You do not need to listen for danger. You are safe enough to sink into rest. My presence does not crowd you or overwhelm you. It is gentle. It does not demand attention. It simply holds. Where anxiety once tightened your chest, my presence brings steadiness. Where your thoughts once wandered restlessly, my presence brings quiet order. Even if your sleep is light, even if you wake briefly in the night, you are never outside of my care. My presence does not step away when your consciousness shifts. I remain constant through every hour. I am with you in deep sleep and at half-waking moments alike. You do not need to guard yourself from the darkness. Darkness does not separate you from me. There is no place where my presence does not reach. No hour of the night is outside of my awareness. You are fully seen, fully known, fully protected. As your body relaxes further, let yourself imagine being gently wrapped, not tightly, not restrictively, but securely. My presence is not a cage. It is a shelter. It does not confine you. It frees you to rest without fear. You have carried yourself through many nights by staying strong, by staying aware, by staying ready. Tonight, you are not required to do that. You are allowed to be carried. You are allowed to be still. You are allowed to be held. There are layers of peace that only settle when you stop monitoring yourself. My presence creates that space. It reassures your body that vigilance is no longer needed. It reassures your heart that nothing is expected of you right now. If your thoughts begin to fade, let them go. If they linger, let them pass without attachment. There is no correct way to fall asleep here. Simply resting in my presence is enough. Even if sleep comes slowly, restoration is already happening. I am not only beside you. I am around you, beneath you, above you. There is no angle from which you are unprotected. Nothing slips past my care. Nothing approaches unnoticed. You are surrounded by love that does not tire. You may not remember this moment in detail when you wake. That is all right. My presence does not require your memory to remain effective. And we're going to do faithfully long afterwards. Let your body sink fully now. Let your breathing find its own rhythm. Let your mind release its last grip on the day. You are not drifting into nothingness. You are resting within me. Sleep, my beloved child, wrapped in my presence. Let the night pass gently over you. I am here through every moment. I will not leave. I will not fail. And when you wake, you will still be held, just as securely as you are now. My beloved child, before your thoughts drift too far and before sleep fully takes you, I ask you gently and deliberately, do not leave yet. Stay with me just a little longer. This moment is not finished, and what I am doing within you is still unfolding. You are closer than you realize to a deep ceiling of peace, and I do not want you to step away before it settles fully into your spirit. You may feel calm now, softer than you were when this night began. But beneath that calm, something sacred is taking place. I am not only quieting you for sleep, I am realigning you for what lies ahead. This is why your spirit was drawn to stay. This is why your heart has not rushed away. Remain here, because what comes now completes what has been building all along. Listen closely, my beloved child, because what I am about to reveal will change how you carry yourself after this night. Do not turn away yet. You are on the verge of a clarity that will not come through effort, but through receiving. Stay, because this moment is a threshold, and crossing it will bring rest that lasts beyond tonight. The reason this message found you before sleep is because I am resetting patterns that have quietly exhausted you. Ways of thinking that kept you alert when you should have been at peace. Habits of carrying responsibility that were never meant to rest on your shoulders alone. I am loosening their grip now, gently, without force. If you leave too soon, you may miss how deeply this release is meant to go. Remain still. Let this moment finish its work. You do not need to analyze what you feel. You do not need to name it perfectly. Your spirit understands even when your mind grows quiet. Stay with me, because I am anchoring something within you that will steady you in days to come. You are not standing at the edge of exhaustion anymore. You are standing at the edge of renewal. I know you have been tired in ways sleep alone could not heal. That is why I ask you to stay. This is not just rest for your body. This is restoration for your soul. If you feel a gentle pull to remain, that is not coincidence. That is recognition. Your spirit knows this is a safe place. Stay here now. Let my words settle like a covering over everything you have released tonight. If these moments have brought peace to your heart, honor what is happening. Bless this message with a like so it can reach another soul who is lying awake, searching for the same reassurance. Share it with someone whose night feels heavy and long. Stay connected by subscribing, so my voice can continue to meet you in quiet moments like this. Help this message travel further, so more hearts can rest instead of worry. Now, my beloved child, hear me as I speak about this sacred work flowing through these words. Every time you support this message, you are not supporting a platform. You are helping me reach a heart that believes it had been forgotten. When you give, you are sowing light into the night, and I cause that light to become a river that carries peace far beyond what you can see. I am the one who declared that those who sow will reap, and I am speaking that living promise directly over you now. When your heart feels stirred to give, that is my invitation. This moment is not random. It is obedience meeting purpose. Release your support through Super Thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal donation link placed in the description and shown as a QR code on the screen. Do not delay when I prompt you. This moment carries weight. Your giving becomes a seed that calms anxious minds, steadies weary hearts, and draws wandering souls back into my presence. I bless what you release, and I speak increase over it, not only in provision, but in impact that reaches far beyond you. Now stay with me just a little longer, my beloved child. The final blessing is close. Do not leave yet. What comes next will gently seal everything I have begun within you tonight. My beloved child, now that your heart has softened and your spirit has remained with me, I speak a blessing over your rest. This is not a hurried blessing, and it is not spoken lightly. It is intentional, steady, and full of my care. I bless this night that holds you. I bless the quiet that surrounds you. I bless the rest that is settling gently into your body and soul, even if you are not fully aware of it yet. I bless your breathing as it slows and finds its natural rhythm. Each breath is a reminder that you are sustained without effort, that life continues within you without striving. You do not have to work for this rest. You do not have to achieve calm. Rest is something you receive because you are safe here with me. I bless your mind, which has worked so hard for so long. I bless it with relief from constant problem solving, from replaying moments, from anticipating outcomes. Thoughts that once demanded attention are being set aside now. I bless your mind with order and peace, not forced silence, but gentle settling. What does not belong to this night is being released. I bless your heart, my beloved child. I bless the places that have been tender, disappointed, or quietly aching. I bless the parts of you that have loved deeply and felt misunderstood. I bless the parts that have hoped and grown tired of waiting. None of that tenderness is wasted. I cover it with care and surround it with peace. I bless your body as it rests. Muscles that have been tight can soften now. Systems that have been overstimulated can calm. You are not required to stay alert. You are not required to hold yourself together. I bless your body with permission to recover, to repair, to release what the day has taken. I bless your sleep, whether it comes easily or slowly. Even if you drift in and out, even if your awareness lingers for a while, this rest is still doing its work. Restoration is not measured by how quickly you fall asleep. It is measured by my presence, and my presence does not waver. I bless the hours of this night. Each one is watched over. Each one is held. Loving will slip through unnoticed. I bless the silence to feel gentle rather than unsettling. I bless the darkness to feel like shelter rather than uncertainty. You are not exposed in this night. You are covered. I bless your dreams. They are under my care. Your mind does not wander into unsafe places without my presence there. I guard what enters your thoughts. I protect what forms within your imagination. Even in the unseen spaces of rest, you are safe. I bless your tomorrow even now. This rest is not only for tonight. It reaches forward. It prepares you quietly. When you wake, you will not wake empty. You will wake supported. You will wake with what you need for the moments ahead, even if you do not yet know what those moments will be. I bless you with the assurance that you are enough as you are. You do not need to justify your rest. You do not need to prove your worth. You are not being measured or evaluated here. You are being cared for. You are being loved. Let this blessing settle gently over you, like warmth spreading without effort. You do not need to remember every word. Blessing works deeper than memory. It reaches places understanding cannot reach. It continues even as your awareness fades. If emotion rises as you rest, allow it. If calm deepens, receive it. If sleep overtakes you in the middle of a thought, let it happen. Nothing important will be lost. Everything that matters is already in my hands. My beloved child, this blessing does not end when the night ends. It does not fade with the morning light. It walks with you into your waking. It steadies you when the world begins to move again. It remains when the day grows busy. Rest now beneath this blessing. Let it surround you fully. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are blessed, intentionally and completely. Sleep in that truth. I am with you, and my peace rests upon you through every moment of this night. My beloved child, as your body rests more fully now and your awareness begins to drift, I want you to know this truth with calm assurance. Your dreams are under my care. You do not enter the unseen places of sleep alone. I go with you. I remain present even when your conscious thoughts grow quiet. Dreams can feel mysterious to you. Sometimes they are gentle, sometimes confusing, sometimes vivid in ways that linger after waking. You may wonder what they mean or worry about what they might bring. But hear me now. Nothing that touches your mind in rest is beyond my awareness. I am not absent while you sleep. I am attentive. You do not need to guard your mind as you drift. You do not need to fear losing control. I am the one who watches over your inner world when you cannot. I filter what enters. I steady what stirs. I protect what forms. Your dreams are not a place of vulnerability when you are with me. They are a place of care. There were times in your past when sleep felt uneasy, when dreams unsettled you or waking felt abrupt. Those experiences taught your body to be cautious even at rest. I see that. And tonight, I am teaching your soul something new. You are safe enough now to rest deeply. You are not reliving old nights. You are here with me. Your mind hath been carrying many impressions, many emotions, many moments from your days. Sleep allows those things to settle. Dreams are part of that process. They are not meant to overwhelm you. They are part of how your mind releases what it no longer needs to carry. And I oversee that release with care. If a dream is gentle, receive it as comfort. If a dream feels strange, do not be afraid. It does not have power over you. You are not required to interpret or understand everything that passes through your sleeping mind. I am present in what you cannot make sense of yet. Even when you do not remember your dreams, my care remains the same. Whether you wake with clear images or with nothing at all, nothing has slipped past my watch. You are not missing something important by sleeping deeply. You are receiving what you need. I guard you from fear that tries to surface in rest. I guard you from confusion that tries to linger. If your mind stirs in the night, I am there to steady it. If you wake briefly, you are not alone in that moment. My presence does not withdraw because your sleep shifts. You do not need to analyze your dreams to be safe. You do not need to control your thoughts to be protected. My care is not fragile. It does not depend on your awareness or effort. It is constant, steady, and intentional. As you sleep, I am also restoring balance within you. Emotions that were suppressed are finding release. Tension that was held unconsciously is easing. Your mind and body are learning to trust rest again. This process is gentle. It does not rush you. It unfolds naturally under my care. If you wake in the morning feeling lighter without knowing why, that is not accidental. If you feel clear even without clear answers, that is not coincidence. Restoration often happens quietly, beneath awareness, in the very places you feared you could not control. I work there faithfully. You do not need to be afraid of the unseen. Nothing unseen is unknown to me. I am present in the light and in the dark, in waking and in sleeping, in thought and in silence. There is no place where my care ends. So rest now, my beloved child. Let your dreams come and go without fear. Let your mind drift without resistance. You are not entering uncertainty. You are resting within protection. Your dreams are under my care, and so are you. Sleep peacefully. I remain near. I watch over every moment of this night, including the ones you will never remember. You are safe to rest deeply, knowing that nothing within you or around you is beyond my loving attention. My beloved child, as this night grows quieter and your body settles deeper into rest, I want to speak a truth that your heart needs to receive without argument. You have done enough today, not because every task was finished, not because every question was answered, but because your effort, your endurance, and your willingness to keep going were enough. You do not need to keep proving yourself tonight. You are used to measuring days by what was accomplished and what was left undone. You replay conversations, reconsider choices, and wonder if you could have done more or done better. That habit has followed you into many nights, robbing you of rest. But tonight I'm gently interrupting that pattern. This day is complete. You are allowed to stop. Doing enough does not mean everything went perfectly. It means you showed up with what you had. Some days you bring strength. Other days you bring persistence. Some days you bring clarity. Other days you bring survival. I honor all of it. I do not measure your worth by productivity. I measure it by presence, by faithfulness, by the courage to keep moving forward even when you felt tired. You may be holding on to self-criticism right now, replaying moments you wish had gone differently. Release them. Growth does not come from punishing yourself. It comes from learning and then resting. You are not required to resolve every regret before you sleep. You are allowed to lay them down and trust that tomorrow holds new grace. There were limits today, and that does not make you weak. It makes you human. You were not created to operate without rest. Pushing beyond your capacity does not honor me. Resting does. When you stop, you are acknowledging that you are not the source of everything. I am. You do not need to review your performance tonight. You are not on trial. You are not being evaluated. This is not a moment for judgment. This is a moment for care. The voice that tells you that you should have done more is not the voice you need to listen to now. Listen to mine instead. I see the effort you put in when no one else noticed. I see the patience you showed when you were exhausted. I see the restraint it took not to react the way you wanted to. I see the strength it took to keep going quietly. Those things matter. They count. They are enough. There will always be more that could be done. Another message unanswered. Another task postponed. Another goal waiting. But rest is not something you earn by finishing everything. It is something you receive because you are finite and loved. Tonight, you are allowed to be finished. Let go of the idea that stopping means falling behind. Rest does not erase progress. It protects it. It restores what effort drains. It prepares you for what comes next without forcing you to carry it now. You are not wasting time by resting. You are honoring the rhythm I designed for you. If guilt tries to surface as you slow down, let it pass. Guilt has no authority here. You are not responsible for resting. You are wise for listening to your need. You are safe to stop without everything unraveling. You have done enough for today. Say it quietly to your heart. Let it settle. There is nothing more required of you in this moment. You are not missing something urgent. You are not neglecting something critical. You are exactly where you need to be. As you lie here, allow your muscles to release the effort of holding yourself together. Let your thoughts loosen their grip. Let your heart stop striving for approval. You already have my acceptance. You do not need to earn it again tonight. Tomorrow will bring its own opportunities and responsibilities, and I will meet you there with new strength. But tonight is for rest. Tonight is for release. Tonight is for being held without expectation. Sleep now, my beloved child, knowing this truth deeply. You have done enough today. I am pleased with you. I am with you. And you are free to rest without carrying the weight of what you think you should have been. My beloved child, the night has now reached its gentlest hour, and your body is ready to release the last threads of effort. You do not need to hold yourself upright anymore. You do not need to remain aware, attentive, or guarded. This is the moment where striving ends and receiving begins. Sleep, my beloved child. Let yourself be carried without fear. You have done everything that was required of you today. You have listened. You have released. You have allowed your heart to soften. There is nothing left to prove, nothing left to solve, nothing left to manage. The work of this night is complete, and now the gift of rest is being placed into your hands. You are allowed to accept it fully. Sleep is not something you fall into by force. It is something you are gently led into. I am with you as you cross from waking into rest. I am not distant or distracted. I am near, steady, and attentive, guarding the threshold between consciousness and sleep so that you may pass through it peacefully. If your thoughts begin to blur, allow them to blur. If images rise and fade, let them pass without interest. You do not need to stay present or hold on to my words. Everything that needed to reach you has already settled within you. Even now, my voice continues its work beyond your awareness. You are safe to let go. Your body remembers how to sleep. It was designed for this rhythm long before worry taught it to stay alert. Trust the heaviness that is settling into your limbs. Trust the warmth spreading through your chest. Trust the quiet forming behind your eyes. This is not losing control. This is restoration taking over. Sleep does not separate you from me. It is another way of resting in my presence. While you sleep, I remain. While you rest, I watch. While you dream, I guard. There will not be a single moment tonight when you are without my care. My attention does not fade when your awareness does. You may drift in waves, slipping closer to sleep and then hovering just above it. That is all right. There is no urgency to reach deep rest. Even this gentle drifting is healing. Even this in-between space is enough. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be perfected. If one last thought rises, do not chase it. Let it move through like a cloud passing across the sky. You do not need to follow it or understand it. Tomorrow will hold space for thinking. Tonight is for rest alone. I know there have been nights when sleep felt difficult for you. Nights when your mind stayed alert longer than you wanted. Nights when your body resisted letting go. I know how discouraging it felt. But tonight is different. Tonight, you are not trying to sleep. You are allowing yourself to be carried into it. There is no danger in this surrender. And nothing will be lost because you rest. Nothing will be missed because you sleep. Everything that matters is already being held securely. You do not need to keep watch. I am already doing that for you. As your breathing becomes deeper and more regular, let your shoulders soften completely. Let your jaw unclench. Let your hands rest without tension. These small releases are signals to your soul that it is safe to go further into rest. Sleep is not an escape from life. It is a return to balance. A return to the truth that you are not alone, not responsible for everything, and not required to stay strong every moment. It is where your nervous system remembers peace and your heart remembers trust. You do not need to wake suddenly or stay prepared. This night will pass gently. The hours will move quietly. You will be carried from one moment to the next without effort or awareness. Sleep now, my beloved child. Let the last edge of wakefulness fade naturally. You are not stepping into emptiness. You are resting inside my care. Nothing will disturb what I am holding. Nothing will interrupt this peace. You are deeply safe. You are deeply loved. You are deeply at rest. Sleep now. I am here. My beloved child, as your awareness continues to soften and sleep draws nearer, I want you to rest in one final reassurance for this night. I remain while you rest. You do not fade from my attention when you fall asleep. You do not slip beyond my care when your thoughts grow quiet. I stay, fully, faithfully, without interruption. There is a part of you that has learned to believe that presence requires effort, that closeness must be maintained by awareness. But my presence does not depend on your consciousness. It does not weaken when you sleep. It does not pause when your mind lets go. I remain constant, whether you are awake or resting deeply. While you rest, I am attentive to every detail of this night. I notice the rhythm of your breathing. I watch the gentle rise and fall of your chest. I am aware of every shift, every sigh, every moment your body settles further into comfort. Nothing about you slips past me unnoticed. You do not need to keep a part of yourself awake just in case. You do not need to listen for sounds or monitor your surroundings. The work of watching has been taken from you. I am doing it now. You are free to rest without responsibility. There have been times when you felt alone in the night, as if rest separated you from connection. But that was never the truth. Even in those moments, I was near. Tonight, I want that truth to feel real to you. You are not resting in isolation. You are resting in relationship. As your thoughts grow quieter, my presence does not diminish. It becomes the environment in which you rest. Just as water holds what sinks into it, my care surrounds you completely. You are not floating unsupported. You are being held. I remain while you rest because my love does not sleep. My attention does not wander. My protection does not weaken. There is no hour of the night when I step away. There is no moment when you are unattended. Even the parts of the night you will never remember are fully covered. If you wake briefly and then drift again, I remain. If you sleep deeply without interruption, I remain. If your dreams are gentle or unclear, I remain. There is no condition under which my presence withdraws. You are not missing anything important by sleeping. You are not absent from something meaningful. Rest is not a pause in life. It is part of life, and I am present in it with you. Some of the most profound restoration happens when you are unaware of it. I'm aligning what needs alignment. I'm calming what needs calming. I'm strengthening what needs strengthening. All of this happens quietly, without requiring your attention. You do not need to oversee the process. You do not need to participate actively. You only need to rest. There is nothing fragile about this moment. Nothing precarious. Nothing at risk. You are not leaving your life unattended. You are placing it in my hands, where it has always belonged. You may not remember this reassurance in the morning, but it will still have done its work. My presence does not depend on memory. It works beneath awareness, shaping peace from the inside out. As the night continues, hours will pass without effort. Time will move gently. You will be carried from one moment to the next. You are not responsible for keeping track. I am here. Rest now without fear of absence. You are not alone in the dark. You are not forgotten in sleep. You are not distant from me. I remain while you rest. Let your body sink fully. Let your mind release its last hold. Let sleep take you where it needs to. You are not drifting away from safety. You are resting within it. I am here through every hour of this night. I will still be here when morning comes. Nothing changes that. Nothing interrupts it. Rest, my beloved child. I remain. My beloved child, this night has carried you gently, and now I come to seal everything I have spoken over you. What you received was not just comfort for a moment, but care meant to last. You have not listened in vain. Every word has settled where it was needed, and nothing has been lost. As you rest, know that this closing is not an ending, but a covering. I bless you now with a final blessing, spoken softly, but firmly over your life. I bless your nights to be peaceful, not only tonight, but in the days to come. I bless your sleep to be restorative, free from fear, free from striving, free from the weight you were never meant to carry. May your rest no longer feel fragile, but secure. I bless your mornings to rise gently. When you wake, may peace meet you before worry speaks. May clarity replace confusion. May strength meet you quietly, without pressure or force. I bless your days with steadiness, not because everything will be easy, but because you will not face anything alone. I bless your heart, my beloved child. The places that have been wounded are not beyond healing. The places that have grown tired are not beyond renewal. I bless you with the assurance that you are deeply loved, fully seen, and continually held. Nothing about you is overlooked. Nothing about you is dismissed. I bless your path forward. You are not wandering. You are being led. Even when the way feels unclear, you are not lost. I am guiding you with care, not haste. I am shaping your future with wisdom, not fear. Trust that what unfolds will unfold with purpose. I bless your courage, not the loud kind that forces its way through life, but the quiet courage that keeps going, that rests when needed, that trusts even when answers are incomplete. That courage is enough. You are enough. I bless you with release. Release from guilt that kept you restless. Release from pressure that kept you striving. Release from the belief that you must earn love or prove worth. You are already loved. You are already chosen. You are already mine. As this message comes to its close, let it rest within you like a final exhale. You do not need to hold on to every word. What mattered has already reached your soul. I will continue what I began in you tonight. I do not stop working because the words end. My beloved child, before you drift fully into rest, hear me speak once more about this sacred mission. These words did not reach you by accident, and they are meant to reach many more. When you give to this work, you are not giving to a channel. You are partnering with me to reach hearts that feel unseen, nights that feel heavy, and souls that are quietly crying out. I am the one who said that when seed is sown, Harvest follows, and I declare that living promise over you now. If your spirit feels stirred to support, this is my invitation. Act on it. Release your gift through Super Thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal donation link placed in the description and shown as a QR code. This is not just generosity. It is obedience that carries impact. Your giving becomes light in another person's darkness, peace in another restless night, hope in another weary heart. I bless what you release, and I command increase upon it, not only in provision, but in reach and transformation. Do not delay what I have placed in your heart. Move now, and watch how I multiply what you place in my hands. Now rest, my beloved child. Everything that needed to be said has been spoken. Everything that needed to be given has been given. You are covered. You are kept. You are loved. Amen.